Hello, hello. We are yet another week without football. We're surviving. Cup of sports here in the morning with you. AJ, how are we
How
doing?
many days has it been without football?
Too many. I think it technically is only 14, but it feels like forever.
Yeah.
It
So
just feels like too many.
Super
But
Bowl is the ninth. So
yeah, so yeah, today's Sunday, so yeah, 2 weeks ago.
yeah.
Yeah, two NASCAR
So
races
like
in is how we
13 full
measure it.
days.
Yeah, 13 full days without football feels like a crime. Like what did I do to deserve this? But yeah, off season it's cool. We got lots of other things happening in NASCAR race today, so like that was fun. But
It was a good
um,
race for what it's worth.
it was solid. It was definitely a good one. But
Yeah.
the 20. So go ahead.
I got
What
a
do you?
question for you.
Yeah.
Just
Go
kick
ahead.
it off. Do you think you could eat 24 hot dogs in 24 hours?
I don't think so. I think 24 is too much because like I first of all don't eat hot dogs like a normal person. I
Okay.
cannot just like microwave or on a pan or whatever like indoors. I can't eat like indoor hot dogs. Like an indoor glizzy is crazy to me if it's not cooked on a grill.
You're not getting like the baseball boiled classic?
No,
Oh.
yeah, like the boiled hot dog water. Like no, I cannot do that. Yeah, like and like I've even like done it. Like we were in the RV, I cooked one on a pan one time, and like Kaylee was just gonna like heat it up and eat it, and I was like, ew, you're not gonna season it or anything. She's like, what am I supposed to season with? And I was like, girl, girl, let me cook you a hot dog. And so like I made some like fancy hot dogs, and then at the end of it, I was like, all right, I'll eat one or two. And so like I ate a couple, and I was like, all right, see, they were good, but like I cooked them like in a cast iron on a inside
So
oven, so I
basically
could
like
get
grilled them inside.
kind of grilled them
Yeah.
inside. And so like that was where I was like, all right, like I could eat these, but like she'll just throw them in a saute pan on the grill and just like heat them up, and I'm just like, I can't. I'm like, that's crazy. Like there's just
I do
something
that
about
on
it
the
I can't.
stove, just in a little
Yeah,
saute pan. Throw a
yeah,
little water in there, and then get them
yeah.
going. And then I dump the water out, and then just like sear them off to get like a nice char on the outside.
Yeah, see, there's just something about it. It's like a mental thing too, where it's like eating a glizzy. I'm just like, oh god, I can't. Like, but as soon as you throw it like that same glizzy, it touches the grill. I'm like, fucking, give me a bun and some ketchup, dog. Like, I signed me up
Okay.
for five. So that's my point though. Is I could eat like few beers in me and really hungry, I'm sure I could smash like 6 to 8 hot dogs. Like I could definitely put down like because I'm imagining I could eat no homo pause whatever's acceptable nowadays. I could probably eat a glizzy in like 2 bites. Like I could get a one and a two and get that
Yeah.
bitch down. Especially like if I'm trying to eat a bunch and it's just a little bit of ketchup and I'm not loaded up with like relish and chili and shit. Like we're
Right.
talking
Right.
like
Right.
just straight hot dog, little ketchup so it's not dry. Like I could probably get 3 or 4 down before I'm starting to struggle, and then I get one or two more down. Like I'm thinking like a golf day. Like you get me on like the ninth hole inside, and they got like hot dogs cooked and ready to go. I'm definitely eating like not like 6 to 7 hot dogs for sure. But in a situation where I'm not in that and I'm just eating regular hot dogs, like either way they're like that. Like I could maybe do that twice in one day. So like I think max I'm getting like 12 to 15. I don't think there's any fucking way I could eat 24 dogs in
Okay.
a day. You
I
think you
I
could?
do. I do think I could do it. Yeah.
Damn,
I
that's
think I
crazy.
think 3 meals of 8 hot dogs.
Yes,
If
yeah.
you do
See,
it,
I don't know,
so like
cause like
I'm
I'm a
thinking,
light breakfast person, so like waking up and
right,
eating 8 glizzies is crazy.
right. I'm thinking like wake up like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, 8 glizzies, right?
8 glizzies at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, and then you go like 1, 2 o'clock in
Oh,
the afternoon, three maybe, and you
you
do it
eat more.
again,
Yeah, see, I would need like naps in between
and
there and
then
shit. Like I would
well,
need
yeah,
it
you
to
can do
feel
whatever
like
the
it's a
fuck you
new
want.
day.
You can
Yeah,
go
I
on a
need it to feel
walk,
like
you can go
it's a
for a
new day.
run, whatever the hell you want,
I think like it would be like
and
right
then
here at
like a
midnight
late night.
tonight. I'd have to eat like 3 or 4, and then wake up and eat like 3 or 4. Like I'd have to. I don't think I could eat
You
eight in
think
a
like
meal three
six, four,
times.
six, four
Yeah, I
glizzy
think like
meals?
4 or 6s. I think would be probably more likely. This also is like I always see that the 9 by 9 by 9 is like it's made for true men. 9 beers,
Oh
9 innings,
yeah,
nine
yeah,
hot
yeah.
dogs, and I'm always like, dude, I could do that in 3 innings. Like I don't need 9 innings to get down nine. You give me 9 beers, those 9 hot dogs are gone. Like there's no way that they're standing a chance. Because I mean, three,
Nine hot
four,
dogs is
five.
a lot,
It is, but I'm hammered, dude. I absorb food.
right?
So like during drinking, while like I'm getting to the game, I'm already hungry. That's 2 or 3 dogs.
Yeah.
Now you got a beer or two in me. I'm hungry for another dog. Like now I'm hungry for another dog. Like yeah, I
Also,
could
it
get
depends on the
9 down.
ballpark. Some of those ballparks have those like thick
True.
boys.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No. See, you're
no
talking like the
homo,
jumbo hot dog.
but
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. The jumbos. Yeah. I don't know if I could do 9 jumbos. I damn sure can't do 24 jumbos. But yeah, 24 regular glizzies like on a grill, some beer in me, 24 hours. Like maybe. Like I think maybe. Like Without hating myself, I could not do more than like 12 to 15. But like, could I get to 24 if it
Sure,
meant
yeah.
something? Like,
This
yeah,
isn't about not
probably.
hating yourself.
Yeah, this is about whether or not you could do it. Now, yeah, I guess I could probably
All
do
right.
it, but
Fair enough. Well, if you listen to this, feel free to chime in on whether or not you believe you could hit 24 hot dogs in 24 hours. I'm
post a
interested to
video
see.
of you trying. Tag us at Cup of Sports hashtag Cup of Sports Hot Dog Challenge.
Anyways,
I will give you 24 hot dogs if you can do it. I will replenish your hot dog stash if you can
yeah,
defeat this challenge.
I worked with this kid in high school. I'll leave the establishment unknown, but if you know me, you know where I worked.
Yeah.
He would literally eat raw hot dogs, like buy them out of the case, come up to the baker, pop the thing open, and just munch
Oh
on them
yeah.
like
See,
fucking
that's
chips.
wild, dude. Yeah, that's
Dude, it was
disgusting. See, I walked by.
nuts.
It was one of those moments the other day in the grocery store. I walked by a can of it, and I literally went, "Oh, oh." Little, you might even remember from like Graham's house on Toronto Road. She used to buy these bitches. Like she must have had stock in the company. They're little half cans, blue little Vienna sausages.
Oh yeah.
Where that little thing off, and they're like little fake hot dogs. There's like 8 of them in there, dude. I would fucking just pound 8 of them, throw that thing away, pop open a new one, and keep going. Like there would just be like 6 or 7 of those little half fucking metal cans with nothing but sausage juice in them, and I just fucking one after the other and sat them aside. I saw it the other day, and I was like, dude. Kaylee looked at me, and I was like, I used to eat those like seriously 5 to 10 cans at a time, and like Graham would come out from like a nap because I was an unsupervised 6-year-old, and she would come out and I would just be like, I was hungry, I ate all of the fucking sausages you got, and like now I'm like, I can't even eat a regular, like, 'cause that's what she said. She was like, you don't even eat regular hot dogs now. I'm like, maybe that's why. Maybe I ate too many damn glizzies as a kid. Like I just can't do it anymore. But
Right.
yes, like I over glizzied myself as a kid with the fucking canned Vienna sausages. I saw it and I was like the canned cheese recently. I saw that, had a
Oh
moment, and I was
yeah.
like, I want that. I don't care how bad or gross it is. Give me some. I saw the sausages and I was like, keep that shit away from me. Fuck that, dude. I was like a kid, I used to eat that shit.
Fair enough.
Um,
Anyways, moving on to football.
yeah.
This week we got the
What we do
combine.
have, yes, finally,
Sanders isn't throwing. Saw that news today.
showing up to talk. Love
Yeah.
that.
So,
Yeah, but no, I love what you did here. We got a little countdown for everything in order. So we have
yeah.
combine only 5 days away.
Yep.
Franchise tag deadline. We got 10 days for that, which is going to be interesting to see certain players like the Sam Darnolds and things like that. Like they
Yes.
might get tagged to stay an extra year, but there could be some movement that's going to start happening. Only 18 days until free agency, and then what is that? Oh, then 61 until my screen just went weird. 61 until the draft, which is going to be sweet. So we have 2 months until the draft towards that late April. Then,
Yeah.
so late April, early May, we'll figure out where people get drafted again. Of course, there'll be trades happening with that.
Yep.
And
I
then
mean, there could be
schedule
trades
release.
anytime after free
Yeah,
agency starts.
That's
So.
it's shit's gonna start ramping up. You're gonna start getting rumors and stuff here
Did
soon,
you
which is sick.
did you hear the report that the Browns reportedly are saying Miles Garrett isn't going anywhere?
Really, I did
Yeah.
not see that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
I find that hard to believe. I feel like he's like, yeah, fuck that. Like, I'm not gonna go out here and hurt
I
myself.
I
Like, what's the
suspect he
point?
will not play and
Yeah,
pay
he's got
whatever
bread.
fine it
Yeah,
is.
he's got bread.
Yeah.
And he's like the good guy in this, so like I'm
Right.
sure his sponsors will back him up. Whereas like Hassan Reddick like kind of burned all the bridges he did, and then tried to pull
Yeah.
that same move, and it was like, dog, you told everyone around you to go fuck themselves, and now you want help. Like,
Yeah.
GG's, dog. But like, yeah, I think Miles he'll have outside support. People are like, please don't waste his career. Like, you guys are
Right.
truly gonna fucking waste a generational talent. Like, let the boy go. Like, that's crazy. So, but yeah, so hopefully that they don't fucking ruin him. But yeah, the next big thing we got after that, we got 20 days later. So mid-May, we have scheduled release, which is sick. We can kind of start figuring out where all the games are and who's playing who. Which
When
will be
your
fun for the
Broncos are
Eagles
coming to
game.
Philly.
When the Broncos come, I thought about that earlier. I was like, if I don't go to the season opener, which I'm almost certain we're going, I was like, I kind of also want to go to the Broncos in Philly game. Like, even if that's one where like I buy a single ticket and run down myself, like I just want to go sit and watch some football.
Yeah.
That might be a fun one to run too.
Yeah.
But yeah, then after that training camp, that is always so silly to me because like some
It's
people
like-
report, some don't. They're in shorts,
It's-
some are in pads, some are wearing helmets, some don't.
It
Dan
reminds me
Campbell's
of
making
pitchers and
people talk about
catchers
Neos.
reporting in the MLB. I
Yes,
just don't care.
yeah, like I just don't care. I
Yeah.
don't care at all. Like as much as I love football, like there's no part of me in like the first week of August where I'm like, yes, training camp. Like I don't care at all. Like,
Yeah.
just get me
I-
to like a real preseason. It's like the week before preseason, maybe 2 weeks where I'm like, all right, fantasy's ramping up, shit's happening, like we're
Yeah.
scheduling dates, like the schedule's out, like everything is set, but like
It used to
Training
be
camp start is so boring.
kind of cool when they used to like go to like other places. Like the Eagles went to the Lehigh Valley and the
Right.
Steelers, I forget where they
Yeah.
went, but like people would like
Now
go to their
everyone just
training
creates their
camps
own
because they were
practice
open.
field.
And yeah,
Yeah. I
now
don't
they're
even know,
all
like,
now like all
are
of
they all
them are
private? Like,
pretty much, yeah.
that's what I'm saying. They don't let people in. Yeah, I remember that. My dad took me down to the Ravens practice that year. I have a picture with Brian Billick, got Ray Lewis, Jamal Lewis, Jermaine Lewis, I think Todd Heap, a bunch of cheerleaders, Chris McAllister. Like, there was a
Yeah.
ton of players I got to sign a football because I
Right.
was just hanging out at fucking practice. And they were like, "What's up, bro?" And just walked up and signed it. And I was like, "This is fucking amazing."
Yeah.
And it was one of those things, too, as a kid, I was like, "How did we even get to this?" My dad was like, "It was free. All I had to do was park and drive down here." Like,
Yeah.
you just walk in. And it was, like, I remember, too, like, there was no security or anything. Like, you just walk in and sat
Right.
down in the stands and fucking hung out
Yeah.
and, like, left. Like, it was so, like, casual. And now it's like, I'm sure it's like, everyone's locked down. Belichick fucking recording everybody, like gun threats and shit like that. Like, yeah, it's just everything's so locked down.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it used to be fun. Yeah, and I went to the Washington Redskins one too. I one year because my cousin worked for FedEx and they used to have like a suite there or whatever
Oh,
for
okay.
FedEx Field or whatever.
Yeah.
And so they had, so she always got like extra tickets to go. We got to like go and like Brandon and I got to walk the field, not during like a Redskins thing, but like
Right.
walking down the field for a second. I was like, this is sweet, but I want to see it during a game. I was like, this is cool, but like give me some players out
Right.
here.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's
so
fair.
yeah, I'm excited though. Football season feels like it's
Yeah.
coming.
And then
200
194
days
days until the Eagles hang a banner.
till the Eagles hang a banner. 200
So
days
that's how I'm
until
referring to the season opener for those who don't know.
Banner Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Change it to Banner Day. 194 days
Yeah.
till Banner Day. Oh, does that happen to be the day the season starts? Didn't know. Banner Day. Banner Day.
So what's going on in your National Basketball League?
Yeah.
Besides,
it's an association, not a league.
oh right, yeah,
Stupid.
whatever. Besides them getting torn apart for All Star Weekend compared to the
facts.
NHL.
Yeah, they're really, I think, this week have had put on a good show of some basketball, trying to figure out what the hell happened last week. But
Yeah.
yeah. So we have Greg Popovich. There's a good chance he doesn't return for the rest of the season. Suffered that stroke late last year.
I think they said he's not returning, right?
Not returning. Yeah, he
Yeah.
will not. Will not be returning for the rest
Right,
of the
not
season.
expected back.
Future, yeah,
Right.
future is still indefinite of like will he
Right,
be back
yeah.
at all because he is older and shit. So sucks to see because it just was nice to see Chris Paul come in there, Wemby be in there, but now Wemby's out, Pop's out, Chris Paul's getting older. They got De'Aaron Fox, so like let's just hope
Yeah.
that like this time next year they're just a force to be reckoned with. But it's just kind of sad to see that possibly CP3 and Pop are both kind of on their way out. But yeah, I never thought I'd catch myself like rooting for the Spurs. They felt like kind of a Patriots type team when we were young with the big three. Like they had that first kind of setup of it, and it was like, dog, they're never gonna lose a fucking game. And now it's like they've been bad for so long, and we just respect Pop so much that
Yes.
it's like you want to see him dangerous in the playoffs. Like having the Spurs not make the playoffs is goofy, and now they have Wemby, so it's like I don't want to see him not playing, and even though he's not personally, but yeah, like that's crazy too. So Celtics beat the shit out of the Knicks today, as expected. There's a large gap between the 2 seed and the 3 seed. The Cavs are still the 1 seed in the East, and the Celtics are the 2. And then the Knicks are not that far behind at the 3, but they're just ass. Cavs Grizz just ended. Cavs beat the Grizzlies. Cavs also up there. I think they're 46-10 now. The Thunder are 45-10, so only 10 losses, about 3/4 of the way through the season almost.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's wild. So yeah, like they're having great seasons. Like it's not no Thunder or no like Warriors, Bulls kind of records. Like no one's getting single digit losses.
Right.
They're probably still gonna lose another 5 to 7 games or so. But yeah, both teams are balling the fuck out, and it's sweet to see. So, and then yeah, I mean, other than that, like Luka and LeBron. Luka had a rough kind of starting couple games, but then like the last game he had 30 points, I think, or 20 something like that, and had a couple oops to LeBron. So like they're kind of starting to figure their thing out. So. And they're still in playoff contention. So, but yeah. So the NBA is. I'm finally watching it. So like earlier, as soon as there was basketball on today, and then it ended, and I was watching basketball, and like I was gonna snap you a video of it, but forgot. And the thought of me picking up a TV remote and clicking back on basketball over select on NASCAR was just like the weirdest thing in my head. It's like I turned off the Mavericks Warriors game. And the boys were like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Putting the race on." And I was like.
I can't believe I just said
Yeah,
that.
I was like, what the fuck did I just say out loud on purpose? Like, my heart rate good? Like, what the fuck? My blood pressure up? Like, yeah, it felt weird, but I then immediately walked into the kitchen to put the basketball game back on. So, like, while I was doing dishes and, like, cooking and shit, like, I could see it. So I had both screens right. It's like, I had basketball on. There's no doubt. I had The Office on the Office TV, as always, and then for sports everywhere else. The little TV here above my desk. So like that we want them in the kitchen back there. I can see both, and I won't do sound from both because that'll overstimulate the fuck out of me, and I'll walk outside into traffic. So like I gotta pick noises of where noise is coming
Yeah,
from.
sure.
So yeah, I always kind of
Fascinating.
dictate depending on what I'm doing, but yeah, I've a neat setup for it. But
Yeah. Well, in true Philly fashion, all the memes going around today. Uh, the Eagles win the Super Bowl, but what did it cost? The 76ers. So like Embiid, I guess he's probably not playing for the rest of the season.
yeah,
And he
that's
looks
the
like he's probably going to
alternative
be getting
knee.
surgery.
As yeah, they said
So
alternative knee options was
yeah.
the
So I don't know, man. Like at this point, just let him go. Like cut
just
your
let him go, just
losses.
cut it. Yeah,
Yeah.
send him to the Steelers. You pay his salary while the Steelers put him in a quarterback. Do the same
Yeah.
thing we did with
Just
Russ.
I'm just over it. I think I'm pretty confident I can speak for the city of Philadelphia when we say we're over him in general. And now it's just like go, leave, go somewhere else. I don't even care. Like, just go. Don't don't be in Philly anymore. Don't show
Don't
your
collect
face here.
200. Just go.
Yeah. So it is what it is. But moving right along. I don't have
I
anything.
literally looked up Embiid on Twitter. Two of the funniest tweets I just saw. One I just sent you because it's a picture of people will recognize it if they're foodie type people.
Yeah.
There's a guy, black gloves. He's picking up like a barbecue in like the middle of in like a pickup truck, and he pulls it up, and like all the meat just falls off it. And someone tweeted at Embiid's knees right now. And then the other tweet I saw was the Mavs somehow gave up on Luca before the 76ers gave up on Embiid, which is also fucking hilarious too. Yeah, so like
Yeah.
that's hilarious too. And then like the one where it was like Paul George has more podcasts than he does points since being traded to the Sixers or something
Dude.
like
Yeah.
that. Like yeah, shit like it. Yeah,
Uh,
like it's just such a disaster now.
yeah.
The next
So
tweet is the alternative option they're talking about, and it's Embiid with a prosthetic leg. Like yeah, like he's just getting cooked on Twitter right now. Like
good. He deserves it.
yeah. It's what's the statute for stealing $192 million from somebody?
Yeah.
So the Sixers are in a bad spot right now. Dude, I would pray that the guys at work don't hear this, but I got paired up with a guy that I had to train with the other day at work, and
Yeah.
it was another one of those situations where everyone around me, I talked to like some of the girls about sports, and they were like, "Oh, I don't know like that much," and I was like, "It's fine, it's all good." Because then she made a comment about the Eagles, and I was like, "Yeah, but your Sixers suck," and she was like, "Oh, don't bring up basketball. I don't know that much." She's like, "I know my boyfriend watches it, but I don't know." And I was like, "It's all good. Like I'm a huge sports guy, so I was like, it's cool." And they were like, "Oh, like you want to talk to this guy?" And I was like, "Oh, I shadow with him whatever day, so like that'll be fun." I sit down with this man, and he literally double took and saw
Uh-oh.
my I had a beanie on, I had a Broncos hoodie on, and he double took, and he like looked at me and looked back, and I was like, double taking the Broncos. He was like, yeah, and he's like, you guys are a friendly team, and I'm like, all right, cool. And he's like, yeah, he's like Russell Wilson. He's like, just thought that would work out. And I was like, yeah, it's crazy. And he's like, you guys got that young guy now, though, Bo Nix. And I was like, yep. And then like so I was like, all right, like which way is this gonna go? And he
Yeah,
goes,
right.
yeah, I just what was the last quarterback you had? Like Tebow was there, wasn't he? And I was just like. Oh my god. I was like, this is gonna be such a long conversation
We just
regarding sports.
exhausted all of your knowledge.
That literally, dude, jumping from Russ to Tebow, I said, oh, okay. Okay, let's get on with the training now at this
Yeah.
point. And then it came into like a quick like LeBron Jordan thing, and I was like, this is too high level. I was like, I don't want to participate at all. Like I could not have that crazy faster. I was like, get me out of this now. Whatever you say, yeah, sure, no, yeah, that's awesome. Like, yeah, he's the
Did
best
you
ever.
figure out who he was a fan of?
He is an Eagles fan. He is a
Okay,
local. Yeah,
gotcha.
he is an Eagles fan. Like that's
Gotcha.
what they had said. He was a local guy, like an Eagles fan and stuff. So yes, that's what he had. He even said too. He's like, I think Tebow played for my Eagles too, and I was like, yeah, for like a couple of weeks. And
Yeah.
I was like, he got cut. And like, yeah, it's like he knew that, but it was just like that was a big jump. And I was like, dog, that was the year before we got Peyton.
Uh,
We won a Super Bowl with Peyton in 2014. So. Or 2016. We lost in
yeah.
2014, which means we got him the year in 2013. So Tebow was like legit like 2012. Like, it was
Yeah.
a legit 12-year span between quarterbacks. He said Tebow. I was like, oh god, no. Yeah, literally, because I was excited. I was like, yeah, we're about to bullshit about sports for 2 hours, and then he said that, and I was like, back to the training. Let's get
Yep.
this over with. So, yeah. So Sixers are bad. People
Be
are
unfortunate
doing.
that way sometimes.
Yeah, you just get stuck in those. But hey, I'm glad to see sports fans that care. I didn't want to let them down, so I was like, I'm here for it. I was like, I just can't engage in debate.
Fair
That doesn't
enough.
make sense for me. Like, if somebody walked in right now talking about some kind of physicist shit, I'd be like, that's cool. I believe you because I don't know how to argue that point.
Right.
That's kind of one of those. But anyway, so yeah, that's my basketball update for you.
Fair
How about
enough.
hockey? Got anything fun going
Uh,
on over there?
yeah. So Alex Ovechkin comes back from
Alex
the
Ovechkin. Alex Ovechkin. I'm just kidding.
he comes back from the All
He's
Star
like, come
break.
on,
Yeah,
seriously.
pretty much. Drops a hat trick and is now 13 goals away from the NHL all-time goals leader, which is currently Wayne Gretzky at 894 goals, and he has 25 games left in the season. Um,
And I remember we talked about this before, but points and goals and whatever, like what's the is a goal only, or is a goal an assist and a goal?
a goal there's three categories. There's goals, there's assist, and there's points.
Points is both.
Points are both combined.
So if you get an assist and they get it in, you got 2 points because you got an assist. No, you got
No,
one
you
point.
got
'Cause you
one
got an
point because you
assist.
can't get the assist and the goal.
Right,
But
right,
every
right, right,
goal
right.
can have up to two assists. So
Ooh,
like
so it is
every
different.
yeah, so like every
Can you assist somebody to assist back to you for the goal? Does that
no,
count as your assist
no,
or
it
no?
just
It would
no,
be a
it would be
one-time
one
assist from them back
assist.
to you,
Yeah,
and then your goal. Okay,
yeah.
all right, fair enough.
So you can have
I'm
like
on board with that.
unassisted. You can have the two players on your team that touch the puck before you, assuming it was a pass. Like it can't just be like
And
somebody like
skip.
dumped the puck to the other end of the ice and
Right.
you got there. You know what I mean? That would be
Yeah.
unassisted because it's like that's like a uncontrolled puck
And
basically.
so he's legitimately 13 goals. So I remember we had talked about this too. There's like a huge spread. Like the points then is
Oh
like
yeah,
an
points is
insane
so
stat.
yeah. Like Wayne Gretzky has like another like 1,200 points on
That's
top of
what it
that in
is. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
assists. Yeah,
That's what it was. And
yeah.
it's just like an
In fact, I
insane
think I'm
fucking number.
shortchanging him on 1,200,
I
but
was like, yeah, I felt like it was like 16 or 1700,
yeah,
which just was like, they're like, he needs a whole nother career to catch that.
right.
It's just crazy.
Yeah.
So, in a hat trick, can you get a hat trick on points, or is a hat trick goals only?
Hat trick is goals only, 3 goals.
Ooh,
Yeah,
damn. Okay, damn, 3 goals is crazy.
yeah. That's why it's called a hat trick, and that's why
Yeah.
everybody throws their hats into the
Well,
ice.
I knew typically a hat trick was three, but all of like then I was thinking like, is it 3 goals or is it
Yeah,
three
no.
points? Like I could see them when they count overtime losses, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, holy shit, 3 assists in a game. Everyone throw your fucking hoodie on the floor. But anyway,
Okay.
yes, that's cool.
Rude.
Some other article of clothing. But no, yeah, that's pretty sweet though. So it's and there's 25 games left in the regular season. I guess that's
Yes.
true because yeah, they follow. It feels like it went so fast, but they follow NBA's schedule
Yeah,
too,
pretty
or they
much.
follow each other
Yeah.
or whatever. So
Yeah.
all right,
So
well that's
it's
something that I
25
am
games in
gonna
the
have to
regular
actually.
season, and needs
Wayne
13 goals.
Gretzky. Who's he play for?
The Capitals,
Not Wayne
Washington.
Gretzky. Not Wayne Gretzky.
Oh, sorry.
Alex Ovechkin.
Alex Ovechkin plays for the Capitals.
Right. That's who
Yes.
I wanted when I typed Wayne Gretzky.
It's funny because I knew what you wanted, so I
Yeah,
answered it the
said
way
it,
you
and I was
wanted,
like,
but
the
that's not what you
Capitals is
asked.
right, and I was like, and I know that's wrong for Gretzky, but that is right for Ovechkin, but that's not what I said. So he answered the wrong question, but got it right.
Yeah. They are currently sitting in they're leading their division. So 38 wins, 11 losses, 8 overtime losses, 84 points.
Where are we at here? 3 goals. Yeah. Is there like averages? Like, how did the stats work here? Like, what does
Averages
he
for
average goals?
goals per game. I have no idea.
Yeah. Stats.
Typically, when you see an average, it's a points per game, not goals per game.
Hmm.
Um,
Okay, we've got 29 goals
this
on
season.
the season. Yeah. For how
Gotcha.
many games? 34, so like 50. How many did I say? How many goals? Is that like half a goal a game?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm trying to see like mathematically how many games does he have left before he's gonna get to.
Oh, right.
So like half a goal to get 13. So he
Yeah,
needs
like
like
at this
20.
rate,
So damn,
he
he
would
would
have.
need literally all season. He
Yeah.
needs a half a goal every
He
game.
missed
to get
games
it.
as early. He was out the beginning of the season because he broke his leg in the off season.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
He's
so
like
he
old
missed
too,
some
isn't
games.
he?
He's 39.
That's old in fucking hockey. I mean, I guess not hockey. Hockey
Yeah,
does
he
have
missed.
some
Yeah, he
old
missed the
heads, but-
first 16 games of the season because of his broken leg.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So-
Yeah, hat trick is fucking wild. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna tune into that. Like that shit, that's worth watching. Like that's
Yeah.
that thing where like everyone's kind of tuning in and hyping,
Right.
and holding their breath and like
Yeah.
rooting for him together. So
Yeah,
yeah, that'll be sick to see. Yeah, I will be locked into that.
so yeah,
I
that's
got
really
mine.
the only big NHL news. Besides the Four Nations was crazy. We did go off air before the game ended, and unfortunately,
That's
United
right.
States lost.
Yeah, that's wild.
I did see a funny post, though, as much as I hated it today. Somebody posted one of the Gulf of Mexico memes,
Yeah.
and they called it the Gulf of second place hockey teams, and it made me laugh. I was like, like
He's
Reddit angry upvote,
down.
like
Yeah.
yeah, like
I'm
damn,
mad that I laughed out loud at
you're
that. Did anybody
funny,
see
but
that?
like damn,
Yeah. Did anybody see me laugh at that? No,
yeah,
that shit wasn't fucking funny.
yeah,
Yeah, that's yeah. It's always fun with like what happens in the memes because like there are ones like you see and you're like that's fucking stupid. That's kind of funny.
yeah,
That's fucking stupid. I'm supposed to be mad right now. My
yeah.
team lost the Super Bowl, so I have to be mad. Like
Yeah.
it's like it's still funny.
It reminds me of when Juju Smith Schuster posted the I like something for Valentine's Day after he got held in the Super Bowl by James Bradbury, and I forget
Oh
exactly what it
yeah,
said, but something about like I'll hold you forever or
yeah.
something
Hold
like
you,
that,
yeah,
and
yeah.
had the
Those
picture
Valentine's Day
of him.
NFL card things or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, I'm like so pissed, but like also that's pretty good. Like,
Hey, that's pretty funny.
yeah,
Yeah.
like still pissed about it today, but still like
Yeah, like if I
it's
wasn't
funny.
involved in it, it would
Yeah.
be way funnier. Like
Yes.
yeah, it's way more funny and like objectively speaking, rather
Right.
than like being involved in it and having a
Yes.
team related to the final result.
Yeah.
Ooh, oof. But yeah, so then that's I was looking also. So aside from hockey, then nothing obviously in the college football world, but we do
Yeah.
have a
Nothing.
little college basketball news.
Yeah.
UNC has a chance to make the play-in or to make the tournament, which is crazy. Pretty much need to win out.
I mean, 68 teams get in, so like
They have a good shot at doing it, but like they're one of the conversational teams. So
right
it's like
on
Joe
the
Lenardi
bubble.
and his goons, deciding whether or not they're going to get in or not.
Yeah.
So they play. I wrote tonight, but I think it was actually tomorrow night. I don't think they played tonight. Yeah, it's tomorrow. So, no, actually, I don't know. Who knows? Penn State plays Wednesday though. I did see that on there. Well, damn it! Now I'm gonna lose.
And for what it's worth, Michigan's up to second in the Big Ten right now. So,
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Dusty May's got them rolling.
Yeah, North Carolina's got 4 games left. They're at Florida State tomorrow, home versus Miami on the 1st, at Virginia Tech on the 4th, and then home versus Duke on March 8th. So like they're gonna need to beat Duke.
So then, right, but then you also have the ACC championship, that tournament, right? So I guess it's going to depend on how they perform there.
I think that's technically this, isn't it? Isn't it part of the regular season?
No, you get the final 4 regular season games, and then that determines your seeding for the ACC championship or whatever conference you're in. You play that because you have championship Sunday.
Yeah.
And then the following Sunday, Selection Sunday, yeah. And then games start that like Thursday,
Tuesday.
I think.
Tuesday for
Tuesday,
that
that's
play
it,
in.
yeah.
Tuesday night is the
that's
first
right.
4 or whatever. Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday is like the at noon shit pops the fuck off.
Right.
Yeah, I'll be working from home that day.
Yeah.
I will be working from home, multiple TVs, and just vibing.
Yeah. But I guess I know how I missed this because I could care 2 shits about either of these teams. But I saw this on Twitter and it made me crack up, so I had to go find it. So on February 15th, Illinois, with 5 minutes and 52 seconds left in the game, is winning 67-66 over Michigan State. They end up losing the game 79-65.
Did not take the lead.
Yeah.
And lost points.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like that is such a crazy like that graphic. I saw that floating around on Twitter too, and I like took me minutes. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And then I read it again and again. I was like, are these 2 different games that happened? And then I was like, oh, it happened the same 2 years in a row. And I was like, nope, that's not it either. I was like, this is the same game.
Legit, yeah. So for our listeners who are like, well, how did they lose 2 points? Basically, they had the shot counted, but they were reviewing it for goaltending, so they let the play continue. So like they're playing, they got the 2 points. Next stoppage in play, they then go back and review it, call it goaltending, and took the 2 points away. So and they never scored again. So
Yeah,
Um,
that's wild. Yeah, to then and also like it's one of those ones where it's crazy to like be in that spot and then go 6 minutes and not score any and let up 13 points and lose the game, but then also to go -2, like to also have a bucket taken away and then not score again after it is just crazy.
yeah. So,
Yeah,
sorry
that's
for all
wild.
our Fighting Illini fans, but yeah, you all got not your season basically, but you'll get in the Big Ten tournament, so maybe you'll do something.
Woohoo. Yeah, other than that, we talked about UFC on our last episode, Hype Up. There was a UFC fight night this week, so we have one fight night left before Pereira fights on the 8th, which is sick. John loves to see me broke, so he reached out about the next UFC fight, 316, is going to be in New Jersey, so like tickets maybe. Feels crazy to even consider that because you're going to sit nosebleeds for a shit ton of money, but it would
New
just be
Jersey,
cool.
is that Prudential Center?
I don't know where.
Is it in Newark?
I think it is in Newark. 316.
Newark would be where the Devils play.
313, 315. Oh, it's like not even up here yet. Like they don't have it on their site yet. Oh, it's tickets. Yeah, I want. Okay, I don't know.
Anyways,
Yeah, regardless. Yeah, it's
we
somewhere
can
in New
find out
Jersey.
later.
Yeah, I'll have to figure
But
it
yeah,
out because
fair
John
enough.
just texted me and said that, and I was like, damn, that would be fun as hell to go to. So.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. You know, broke ass.
I was like, it's probably unlikely, but like that would be sick to go.
Yeah.
But
We hinted at it earlier. NASCAR race today in Atlanta, so another track race or a restrictor plate race. Although they don't run restrictor plates anymore, but just that style of racing is always fun to watch. Two big takeaways from this race. Atlanta is a solid racetrack. There were 50 lead changes amongst like 16 drivers. So like that's a pretty good indication of a fun race to watch when you have that many people changing the lead.
fighting the whole time.
And Christopher Bell wins. So the takeaways are NASCAR effed us out of potentially a 3 wide finish again. And it's not so much that people are mad about that they threw the caution, it's the inconsistency in it. So we didn't touch on this a lot coming out of Daytona, but coming out of Daytona, one of the races, one of the dual races to get into to set the lineup for the Daytona 500, that was on Thursday night. They let them race back to the finish. Then Trucks and Xfinity come along. They do not let them race back to the finish. Then the Cup race comes along Sunday night. They do let them race back to the finish. So what they mean by race back to the finish is white flag. You take the white flag. A wreck happens somewhere on the track. They let everybody race back to the start finish line to end the race. Where like if they throw the caution, that ends the race immediately. Like wherever you're at on the track, field's frozen, like that ends the race.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So coming out of Daytona, they set the precedent that we're gonna let the Cup guys race back to the finish. We go 1 week further. They now let the truck guys race back to the finish. They let Xfinity race back to the finish. And then they don't let the Cup Series race back to the finish. So people were like, what the F is going on? Like, can we just get something? Like, something, whatever it is. Like, so that's really what's setting the NASCAR world on fire right now is just people being pissed off about.
I was wondering, I had to listen to like figure out what was going on toward the end of that because they were like, it's over and then it's not and then it is. But what if they throw the caution? What if they don't? And I was like, what the fuck is happening? And then it was like, oh, okay, so if they're at a certain point and then they don't let him race it out, then they race it over without it having been over and shit like that.
Right.
So,
yeah.
Yeah, it took me a minute to get it, but then I was like, okay, like it does make sense, but god damn.
Yeah. So, super crazy. And then Carson Hocevar has just pissed off everybody in the field. Dude was just knocking people out left and right.
End. Were they arguing or are they friends?
I would say, yeah, the guy, he was talking to Ross Chastain. I would say they're not friends, but they weren't like rivals.
They were smiling, but was he like, you dumb fucking piece of shit? Or was it like,
I mean, as far as I know,
like that's what it looked like. It looked like he was like, yeah, but like that's not a real excuse, you dumb fucking clown. Like it didn't look like they were like fighting, arguing, ready to
Right.
punch, but like it didn't look like they were like,
Right.
"Hey,
I
bro,
agree
good
with that
race."
take. Yeah.
Like yeah, it just was
For
like
what
yeah, it
it's
looked like
worth,
they were like legit arguing, but they both know that they can't swing, so it was like just getting frustrations out, like just
yeah.
talking shit for a minute and then walking away.
Yeah. For what it's worth, they apparently did end the conversation with a handshake. So I don't know.
I did not see that, so yeah, fair
Right.
enough.
Yeah, nobody did. They cut away from it to
Okay,
do another
okay, yeah, that's what I
interview.
meant.
And so like I saw on Twitter a guy was watching it and like had the whole thing filmed. So yeah, they did walk away with a handshake, but there was a lot of guys who were pissed off with him. He wrecked my favorite driver, Ryan Blaney, um, and I'll have to pull some clips for you to listen to. Ryan Blaney on the radio is the wildest thing ever.
That actually is the new kink I have on Twitter is typing in NASCAR pit crew chief spotter conversations. And like after that one last week,
Yeah,
between Cole Custer's miscommunication and the guy being like, you're good, all clear, all clear, all clear," while Cole's just getting fucking spun around and smashed into the wall. He's like, "You're all clear, finish strong."
yeah.
I'm so sorry, Cole. Are you okay? Are you okay, Cole? I'm so sorry. Like that is one of the funniest ones.
So
And then the other one I saw the other day, I tagged Rand in where because she had picked whichever the younger Bush brothers. I was like,
Kyle,
she picked him, Kyle, for the
yeah,
race. And then I saw like a day later on Facebook where it was like Kurt Busch's hottest moments, and it was him just fucking
he was a fire. Yes,
screaming through the mic, and I was like, oh, okay, like that I could get down with. No, like,
yeah,
this sounds like a lot more fun. Like bitching about the car, bitching about the team, bitching about other drivers.
yeah.
People don't know how to fucking do this. Like, this asshole's doing this again. This guy's driving like a douchebag, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like yeah, like that makes it so much
Kyle's
more fun.
not much better on the radio. If you
No,
ever
yeah,
get
and
a
I
chance to
assume
listen
so.
to
That's what I
his-
told her. I was
yeah.
like, I know a lot of people give him shit. He's kind of like this prick, kind of dickhead guy, and I was like, but I feel like he would kind of fit with what you want. I also wish that the NBA had like microphones all around the court. Like the refs should be wearing hot mics.
They
The backboard
could
should
not
have it.
let
Like
that guff about.
yes, like that's the like if NASCAR could do it, the NBA should be allowed to do it too. Like I want to hear what they're saying down there. Like yeah, it's silly to not be able because like being in the arena, you can hear that shit, and it's so
Yeah.
fun to hear. Like yeah, it gets a reaction out of everyone.
Okay,
but...
so I don't know if you stumbled across this, but there used to be a daily NASCAR show similar to like the TNT crew. Is it Inside the NBA that
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Okay, so they used to do that, but it was like a daily weekdays every day at like 6 p.m. on like FS1 or something. Um, every week they would go through and create what they called radioactive. And so if you just type in like radioactive NASCAR, you'll find it. I think they have their own YouTube channel. But it's literally like they take like everything from the race, like the best bits from the race every week and compile it into like a 2-minute
literally
video.
6 days ago, NASCAR's radioactive from the 500.
Yeah.
Wow, holy fuck.
Yeah. So it's worth a listen because that's where you pick up some of the good stuff. But yeah, some good radio listen. I mean, I'm sure you find that shit real easy because there's some good stuff to listen to out there. It's really entertaining.
Yeah, I definitely have to listen to this one because that's gonna be fun.
But yes, my favorite driver, Ryan Blaney, is what they call a firecracker on the radio because dude just, what the fuck are you doing? Like, he just lets it all out. And it's funny because you see him in these interviews and stuff, and like, you kind of get to know him as a person. And it's like, that's not what he's like. And then everybody's like, what is with you on the radio? And he's like,
Yeah.
I just need to get it out in the moment.
Dude, I'm listening to some of them right now, and it's so funny. Like, in Rex and shit, like... Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, I can listen to that. I'm gonna listen to that. That's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm gonna dive into some radioactive NASCAR for sure.
Yeah, good stuff. Moving right along though, the only thing I really have left is golf. TGL. There's a doubleheader tomorrow night, 5 and 9 p.m., and then they're back again Tuesday at 9 p.m. So like, I'll be throwing darts. I'll definitely be watching in the bar.
Absolutely watching. Yeah, when I get home tomorrow night, that's going right on TV while I'm cooking dinner and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
We will be watching TGL tomorrow. This will be the first one where like I'm like again we're starting to get the understanding of it, kind of the teams and what's what. I will be locked in, like sitting there watching this one tomorrow to like see how it goes down. So yeah, I'm really excited.
Also, I did forget to add our NASCAR pick'em. You are now tied for the lead with one other gentleman in our league, Jeff. 76 points. So,
damn, I thought I had like a clear win.
No, you were tied at 76 points after Atlanta. So, for what it's worth, Dane did not reveal his pick, so he went with Tyler Reddick today.
Yeah, I didn't
got
even mean
him
to like hide it.
28
I didn't even think
points.
about that, but
But yeah, my guy Josh Berry unfortunately was the caution on the last lap. Uh, I calculated it. He scored 22 points for today, and he probably would have had in like the high 30s to close to 40 range based on where he would have finished, which is
damn,
just like
three
damn.
people had picked Ryan Blaney today too.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Rainbow
Coda
Satan.
coming up, our first road course next week in Austin, Texas. Should be interesting to
What do you
see where
mean road course?
a squiggly oval, as they call
Nah,
it. I don't know what you want me to tell you. It's left and right hand turns. Like,
like sharp turns and shit. Is this what I'm looking at
yeah,
right here?
there's hairpins and stuff. Yeah.
That feels so wild. I didn't even know that was like part of this. Do they
Oh
use
yeah,
the same cars?
there's like 9 road courses throughout the season.
It's like a circuit, like a Need for Speed circuit, but on like a professional track.
Yes.
Do they use
It's
the
a
same cars?
professional. Yeah. I mean
That just feels so
different
weird.
setups to turn left and right, but yes.
Right. That's it. But it feels so weird that they're even using the same. Forgive my ignorance, but like chassis or frame or whatever. Like
Yeah.
they're taking the same bulk of the material and
Right.
just doing some adjustments to it. Like I definitely thought that like track cars were a thing, turning left yeehaw NASCAR cars were a thing, dirt cars were a thing. Like I thought they were all separate automobiles entirely. Like that's crazy that like
They
whatever car was just in Atlanta is going to be in.
Well, no, they have separate cars. Like they have like a super speedway car, they have like a road course car because it's too much. It's too
Okay.
much turnover in one week. So like each team
That's why
has
I
like
was
8
like,
different
they're
cars.
rebuilding like a whole fucking. Okay,
No,
so it
no, no.
is different. So
Yeah,
they.
it's
Okay,
from the
okay,
outside
okay,
and the
okay,
parts are
okay,
all the
okay.
same. It's just a matter of like your weight distribution isn't going to be
Right,
set to like
And
counteract it with
that's why
right
I was
turn and
like,
stuff
dude,
like
they
that.
fucking like they had. That's why I was like, I don't know the correct term, but chassis or frame or whatever. Like, I
Yeah.
know they got to go down low to get that built back up to fix this. Like, that feels crazy, but
No.
okay, that makes sense. So there's different cars,
Yeah.
but I mean, still though, like that's interesting. Like, I feel like it just like that is a cool twist. Whereas like football, like you're playing the same game every time. Whereas like if one of the games
Right.
they were just like you're only allowed to throw to the left side of the field, Tom Brady. Like it'd be like what the fuck? Like it's just like weird rules. Like
Yeah.
that's what this feels like. Like you're putting in
No,
like handicaps just to test out
that's
skill to see give other people a chance kind of thing and
it's a lot of the
even the field.
reason people make the argument that NASCAR drivers are the best drivers in the world because they do every discipline of racing.
Right? Yeah,
They
you can
go
do all of this
from
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're on a short track that's only half a mile. They're on an intermediate that's a mile to 2 miles. They're on tracks that are 2.5 to Talladega's 2.66, so 2 2/3 miles, and then they're on like Coda and they come up to Watkins Glen. They go out to Sonoma. They do the Chicago road course. Like there's a lot of road courses. And this year they're going to be in Mexico City, so that'll be interesting. Like a lot of stuff they do. Um,
Watkins Glen's in New York, right?
it is, yeah, up near the Finger Lakes.
My family's in the Finger Lakes. I gotta get going. We're in the Finger Lakes. That's an office reference for anybody that listens.
Yeah, because I certainly didn't pick up on it.
Yeah. Are they in Poconos this year for the regular season?
Yeah,
Are
June.
they always?
Yes, they always come to Pocono. I'm pretty sure it's June. June 24th, maybe.
I thought Xfinity Series was the big cars. It's not. It's Cup
No,
Series.
Cup
Did it
Series.
used to be?
No.
Okay. Alrighty then. What did it used to be called?
Before it was the Cup Series, it was the Monster Energy Cup Series. And then
Isn't it FedEx something? Or is that golf?
that's golf. Golf is the FedEx Cup.
Right. I thought they got FedEx something.
No, FedEx is just a big sponsor of Denny Hamlin. So yeah, that wraps up. I think all the sports. I don't have anything to really touch on locally. For what it's worth, City Islanders schedule came out. Tickets are on sale, although I'm not really sure how you buy them based on their Facebook posts. So that's fine.
Yeah, there's some missing parts to that, but
Yeah,
I'm there to support it. I'll be there.
yeah,
I put it in the calendar. I should be there at every game. I can't imagine we're not. Kids are free, and I think we'll end up getting the season tickets because it's $10 a game.
yeah.
Somebody had commented that. I don't know if you saw that comment where it's $10 a game. There's 6 games, and they were like season tickets get a $60 value for $60 or whatever. And everyone was like, how am I getting a better deal by buying all 6? And they were like, oh, you get a scarf and a hat and a helmet and a this and a that.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, that's how you get the value. And it was like, okay, that
Gotcha.
makes sense.
Yeah.
But you guys didn't advertise that. So it
Right.
was just like $10 a game for 6 games or
Yeah.
$60 for season tickets. Your call. And it was like, what the fuck would I do that for?
Yeah. I have not checked in on the Hershey Bears recently. Let me take a peek. Hershey Bears are still leading their division over the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins. So,
You think Bernie would want to go to the Poconos? Kids 12 and under are free. All tickets
um,
start at $50.
probably not.
I'll say that's probably a loaded question because I took the boys to Phoenix last year and they kind of didn't even give a shit then. I think
Yeah.
this year they would care, but yeah, that
Yeah.
young, there's not enough like comprehension to know what's going on.
There's
And
not
then
enough
it's like,
comprehension. It's really long,
loud
and
as
it's
fuck.
loud. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that
loudness
was-
is probably my biggest turnoff.
yeah,
But yeah,
but
I would go though.
I would definitely be interested in going because that's even just like cheap shitty tickets would be fun. Just go and hang out for the day.
Yeah. So that wraps up that. And you have anything else for me? Otherwise, I'll drop a fun fact.
No, yeah, I think that's it. I'm all Gucci. I was just looking my notes. The only thing I had to remember is radioactive NASCAR and NASCAR tickets. Who am I becoming?
You are welcome. Here's a fun fact for you. The Venus flytrap can only be found naturally in one area of the globe. That area.
Wait. Somewhere in Africa?
No.
South America.
No.
Gotta be Australia then.
Nope.
It was not Antarctica.
Nope. You only have two
Nor-
continents left. I guess 3.
North America, Asia, or Europe.
Yeah.
My life depended on it. Probably Asia.
No.
Wow, I'm dead over a fucking Venus. Is it North America?
It is.
Wow. Where's it from?
The coastal plains of the Carolinas.
Really? That's like
Yes.
their natural, like, or like
That is their
origination.
natural habitat. Yep.
Huh.
Every Venus flytrap comes from
I did
there.
not think of that. That's
Or
crazy.
originated from there.
Right.
Yeah.
I used to. It's so funny. This is what the fun facts are for random fucking spews of information. I used to play this game, which I just the other day I was logging into iRacing, did all my updates, downloaded all the fucking gigs I needed to download.
It's a lot.
A lot. It was like 25 gigs of car updates at like 50 megabytes a piece. And I was like, okay, so I'm updating 50,000 cars. Cool. Did all that, and then it was like, do you want to do the required or the everything? And I was like, just fucking do it all. Like, just run me dry. Just do it all. And so I'm doing that, and then it pops up, and it was like, do you want to log in with your Steam account instead? And there was like, new feature or whatever. And I was like, oh shit, that sounds kind of cool. And then I was like, I don't know if I've even logged into Steam in months. So I brought up Steam right away, and it was like, do you want to play this game that you bought and never played? I forgot that when I downloaded Steam, I saw it and bought it so impulsively. This game called Spy Fox.
Oh yeah, I remember Spy Fox.
I probably played it at my house too. I used to play the fuck out of that game when I was a kid, and like I saw it one day when I logged into Steam, and it was like $10 for like the entire like trilogy, and then like a bonus content. I was like done, bought, and so I have like these 6 Spy Fox games on there. Long story short, one of them has this Venus flytrap, and that's where like I learned what they were and thought like, but I always thought that they were like this like Asian, African, like wild speed, like Madagascar type species. Yes. Like you get them out of the jungle and you bring them home when they're snatching shit. Like you'd have told me fucking they're just down in South Carolina. Like I would not have fucking known that. So like that's a really solid one because Spy Fox led me to believe that they were on the other side of the world, and they're apparently not.
Well,
I guess that's like a common
school
thing
didn't
though.
Teach you.
Facts. I was gonna say that's probably the fact that you have it as a fun fact though means that like I'm not alone. That like the Carolinas were the original. Like
I never would have guessed it before I read it.
Yeah, like I think like Asia, Africa should have been like the 2 major guesses, and then like South America, like anywhere with like a mysterious shit or like a tropical climate, like that would have made sense.
My first guess would have been South America. Second would have been Australia. Third, Africa.
Yeah, Africa, obviously, with a little less plant life, but I just was like, yeah, that would make sense for some ghetto shit out there. Like, it's just something like it's some crazy shit like that would be there, like eating flies or whatever. Like, yeah, that's crazy.
So,
I did not know that. Interesting.
All right, well, that wraps us up for this Sunday evening, as we are now, Monday release. Have a great week, and we'll...
Real quick before we break. Anthony Edwards is so good at basketball. Oh my god, he's just so good. Man,
yeah,
have a
that
great
three
week.
he just hit was pretty wild.
Yeah, he's so wild. So
Yeah.
yeah, you guys have a great week. Like and subscribe. Thanks, Derek. Yeah,
Yep.
we'll see you. Yeah, no more Tuesday episodes for the off season for a little while. Take a little break. So yeah, we'll catch you guys Thursday night and
Yeah.
go from there.
Absolutely. We'll see you then.
Peace out, Cub Scout.